AFTV still down there at the Emirates, absolutely buzzing. Buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. It's time to get into the player ratings. I'm on my own, but don't worry about that, bro. I'm not going to miss out any player. Let's start off with David Raya. Excellent tonight. Pulled off a couple of good saves, including that one when Mbappe was through. I was worried when I see Mbappe running through on goal. Brilliant save by Raya. Made himself big. Kept them out. And to keep a clean sheet against Real Madrid, it's got to be a 9, isn't it? The ratings are going to be high. It's got to be a 9. Clean sheet against Real Madrid with Rodrigo, Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Bellingham. Clean sheet, 9. Let's go to right back. Urian Timber, absolutely outstanding today. Again, remember the players he's up against. Remember those wide players, Vinicius Jr., how he kept him quiet. If he tried to go outside, Timber said, where you going, man? You ain't going outside. You're coming inside. He dictated what Vinicius Jr. said. You're coming inside. And when he come inside, he just got him every time. Or they doubled up on him. He was such a strong and intelligent performance, full of power. And then he was intelligent. He knew when to get forward, when not to get forward. I thought today, Urian Timber was outstanding. That's why I was so worried when he went down injured as well last week. I was thinking if he's out, we got big problems, but he was outstanding tonight. That's another 9. Going on to the other side, Mars Lewis Skelly, 18. I knew he wouldn't let us down. I saw his mum last week. I was chatting to her at the Goals for Girls event. And, you know, just listening to her talk, you can see where he gets his confidence from. You know what I mean? They're very humble people. But this kid is absolutely unbelievable. It's no surprise how well he played today, because he rocked up at Wembley the other day and played like he's been playing for England for about 5 years. He was unbelievable today. His strength, his power. And then he picked the ball up and go on some of the runs he'd go on. You're thinking, bro, you're 18, it's Real Madrid. Most other players would be thinking, what if I give the ball away? What's going to happen? If I lose this ball, and Vinicius Jr. or Rodrigo gets it and they go and score, everyone's going to be... He ain't got no fear, this kid, man. I want him to bodyguard me. He ain't got no fear. I go anywhere with that brother. Yeah? 9 out of 10. There are 2 centre-backs today. Let me start off with Jakob Kivior. The game starts, right? A ball gets kicked over. He goes to kick it, misses it. I'm like, oh, my God, bro. I'm like, yeah, man. Should have played Ben White. I told you what was going to Kivior, man. In for a long night tonight, man. But you see, after that, it's obviously nerves, yeah? And it's a natural thing for players to have nerves. After that, it was absolutely solid. Brilliant performance by Jakob Kivior. I thought he was outstanding tonight, especially... I'm putting a lot of these scores tonight in the context of the game and in the context of a player that's been coming in for Gabriel, probably our best player this season. You must be nervous in those situations. And he stepped up today. That is a 9 out of 10 performance. Jakob Kivior kept the ball well, was calm after that, put the tackles in when he had to do blocks. Fantastic. William Saliba, what can we say? Standard. Real Madrid, keep your hands off this guy. He ain't going nowhere, yeah? Keep your hands off, right? He was outstanding as well today. Absolutely brilliant. Didn't put a foot wrong, calm. He took the Gabriel role on today. He was just a calm guy. He was just you know, everybody just relax. Brilliant performance today, 9 out of 10. Thomas Partey, it's another 9. Absolutely brilliant today. Run the midfield, just sat deep, just dictated it. You know, again, no fear. Probably he remembers playing Real Madrid from his Atletico days. It's just like, yeah, bro, give me the ball, man. You know, no panic. Took it, I mean, like, he never rushed anything. He wasn't panicked. If you tried to press him, he was press resistant. Absolutely outstanding from him tonight. 9 out of 10. Brilliant. Martin Odegaard today, I probably wouldn't give him a 9, I wouldn't give him an 8, but his work rate is phenomenal. Lee said it earlier. And he showed glimpses of what we know he can do. But listen, he had a good game. He had a very good game. Captain's performance, Some nice little balls he played through to Saka as well. That little combination with him and Saka was back again. So nice to see him with a good performance today. 8 out of 10 for Martin Odegaard. Declan Rice. Declan Rice.
I want to hear a 10.
You ain't even got to tell me nothing about no 10. We know it's 10. Everyone knows it. The first free kick, absolutely sublime. The ball goes, like Marty said, Roberto Carlos goes out and comes back in. Unbelievable. Normally, under normal circumstances, you may see another free kick like that in about a year's time. Yeah? My man steps up and does it again in the same game. Against Real Madrid on the biggest stage. No. Those things don't happen, man. And then on top of that, in the midfield, he's a domineering performance. Tackles, blocks, up and down the pitch, getting back. Everywhere Bellingham went, Rice is there.
Bellingham who, man?
And I love Bellingham, and I think Bellingham's one of the best players, midfield players in the world, right? But Rice today overshadowed him, right? And it weren't just the goals. 10 out of 10, player of the match by far. Unbelievable performance, the best player on the pitch. Changed the game as well. Saka, excellent tonight. I thought, he started off a bit slow. Listen, it's understandable. He's coming back from, that surgery on his hamstring, starting to get... But you notice with him, he started to grow into the game. Towards the end of that first half, put a couple of good crosses into the box. I thought there should have been someone on the end of that. I think that was where, if we had a proper striker, one of those, started influencing the game, his confidence came, strength, and then he's the one got fouled for the 2 free kicks. Always has an impact on every game he plays in for Arsenal. 8 out of 10 for him. He's getting back. He's getting back to his best, and that only bodes well for the rest of this competition if we can get through this next leg. Over on the other side, Martinelli, I think, listen, it's more of his work rate. He didn't trouble Real Madrid as much as probably he would have liked, but that weren't all about his game today. He was getting back, helping out. And when he did pick up the ball, he did have quality about him. 8 out of 10. I thought he had a good game today. Mikel Merino down the middle. Outstanding today. Outstanding. What a finish. Clinical finish. If Mbappe would have done that, we'd all be raving about that, wouldn't we? But it's Merino who did it. And I had a feeling for him today. And I love the celebration. This guy's he's getting cult hero status. There's people having a pop at him. Oh, I don't know about Merino. Yeah. Merino stepped up. Turkish. Yeah? Have patience, my friend. Yeah? Merino stepped up. 9 out of 10. Big goal, big performance yet again. Let's get into the subs. I thought Kieran Tierney, when he came on, did really, really well. Really, really well. Wasn't long, but did really, really well. Engine worked. For a guy that, was leaving a few months ago, what a professional. I'm going to give him a 7. As a matter of fact, all the subs, when I think about it, let me just give all the subs. No disrespect, I'm not calling them all out. Let me just give them all a 7. It's getting cold out there, right? 7 for all the subs. All brilliant. The manager.
King Arteta.
10.
King Arteta.
It's got to be a 10.
It's a 10.
He's taught Pep
Come
how
here.
to beat.
Come here.
He's taught Pep how to beat Real Madrid. It's only taken him 1 attempt to beat Real Madrid out here. You understand that, Pep? Like, how Arteta is beating Real Madrid on his first attempt as a manager is beyond me.
Absolutely outstanding. 10 out of 10. He got his tactics right. Everything was right about tonight too. To play Real Madrid at home, you keep a clean sheet. The manager has to take the plaudits. Everything he did, building up to the game, talking about how he wanted to get the fans on board. Everything he did around this game was absolutely spot on. Even what he did at the weekend, the way he rested, rotated players, the way he, didn't put in timber. Even going back to that, all his preparation, everything leading into this game, absolutely spot on. 10 out of 10. And finally, the fans. The fans tonight, phenomenal. The atmosphere in that stadium today was special. I will remember this game for a very, very long time. This game will live long in my memory. not just because of the performance on the pitch, but also because of the fans. They were amazing today. 10 out of 10 out of 10. Absolutely phenomenal. Before the game and after the game, they were phenomenal. Well done to the fans. And now it all turns to next week. The second leg. It's not going to be easy. Real Madrid are they're stunned, they're shell shocked. They're going to want to come back. They're going to, and they are a team that can do that. But we also know that Arsenal are a team that they ain't the old Arsenal, where you're just going to roll over and bully them up, and that's going to be a little easy win, or you get a score of 1 goal and everybody starts panicking and wilting. That this Arsenal don't really play like that. It ain't that same Arsenal no more, right? So I'm pretty confident with a 3-goal win that Arsenal are going to get through, but we cannot be complacent. We've got to go over there and do exactly what we did tonight. Be professional, defend properly, and when those chances come, take them. And if we do that, we'll be into the semi-finals.